This is Tony Bibbs with the GForge Group, and this video is part of our series called Introduction to GForge Next, and today I want to cover code reviews in GForge. Now, while this overview will cover Git, most of what I'm going to show can also be done using Subversion as well. So code reviews and pull requests are really nothing new. However, we have decided to take a multifaceted approach that is. Now, we do recognize that not all organizations can operate under the same model, so your tools should conform to your process, not the other way around. Now, when we say that GForge's approach to code reviews is multifaceted, what we mean is we provide you two ways for handling your code reviews. On one hand, you can choose to perform code reviews as arbitrary merges, which would operate much like a traditional pull request. We realize this approach is preferred in many organizations, but it can have some drawbacks. When merging two branches at the repository level, the merge can contain changes that apply to multiple tickets. For very small projects or even larger, more organic projects and teams, this can prove effective. This process can also be really useful for teams still using Subversion given its merge limitations. We know many of you that are using Git have a well-defined workflow where each feature or bug gets its own work branch, which eventually gets pushed through branches in your promotion model, and this is where we provide a powerful alternative. So to illustrate this, I've staged a couple of commits. Now, commits can be tied to a ticket in one of two ways. The most familiar way is that you can include the ID in the commit message itself. However, we do provide a powerful alternative, which is to include the ticket number in the name of the work branch, which will ensure all commits will be associated with the ticket. Now that I've made my commits and pushed the work branch, I will change the status on the ticket to let my team know that this code is ready to be reviewed and merged. To perform the code review, someone else on my team will open the ticket. Before I do that, I want to highlight that if you have your promotion model defined, you can tell exactly where the ticket sits. So in this case, the pills for Dev, QA, and Master all appear red, which means that this ticket hasn't been reviewed and merged yet. Now let's go ahead and perform the code review. So to start the review, I will open up the Merge tab, and because my work branch contained the ticket number, GForge is able to automatically determine which branch I want to review, and because it hasn't been merged yet, it also assumes I want to merge it to the first step defined in my promotion model, which in this case is Dev. Because we want to retain the most flexibility possible, we allow you to override the work and promotion branches, or even specify an alternative branch outside of your promotion model to merge to. So here I will continue with the defaults, and when I hit the update button, it will produce the diff for me to review. Notice that GForge will let me know if it can automatically perform the merge even before I start the review. Below the merge information, I see all the code changes between the two branches, and I even have the option of viewing the differences either inline or side by side. As I perform my code review, I can provide feedback by clicking on any line and adding a comment. As you'd expect, I'd keep reviewing each of the changes, providing my feedback along the way. So in this case, let's assume that even though I've provided some feedback, I will still accept the changes. Please note that if I wasn't happy with the changes, I would just assign the ticket back to the original author. In this case, however, we want to accept the changes, so to complete the review, I will hit the Complete Merge button. After the merge is complete, if I go back to the details for the ticket, I notice that the pill for Dev is now green while QA and Master remain red. This lets everybody on my team know that the ticket has been merged to Dev only. Given the importance of code reviews, GForge will publish all code review comments to the Timeline tab along with a snippet of code which provides context to the comment. We do this because we believe feedback on code is just as vital to a ticket as any attachments or follow-ups. We even go so far as to retain the code review comments even if the work branch is deleted. That wraps up our overview of code reviews in GForge. Please be sure to check out the other videos in our Introduction to GForge Next series on our YouTube channel.